after class. I'm Eric, head instructor here at Synergy Martial Arts. Here we are with my student Jay after our Balintawak class just finished up. And one of the things I wanted to talk about today is a sequence that we do, something that doesn't get, it gets overlooked a lot when we're training Balintawak. And then just the idea that whether you're level 1 or level 6 or 7, we all do this, but we don't really think about it. So we kind of have systemized this into a little drill that will benefit, obviously, our Balintawak players, but also other people in the Filipino martial arts as well. And it's really dealing with what happens when someone kind of grabs your hand in a fight. And in Balintawak, the first time we really see this is Grandmaster Bobby is always talking about switching from positions, okay? And reason being for this is a simple application, real quick, that if Jay does a lay on from in this position, is when I switch my position in here, it puts me in a good position to really strike and continue my movement. But taking this a little step further, kind of the next basic level above that, what we do is we kind of look at this from a 4-tier system a little bit. So when Jay gives me a number 2 strike, okay, nice and slow for right now, is I'm going to get my nice center stick block, and I'm going to slap down, and I'm going to go for my strike. The first level to this is that I'm going to strike with no response, okay? So I'm practicing my simple strike. Counter, here, and strike, okay? The next part of this is that as I get here, as I go, he's going to shift his body, so when I strike, he blocks that. Now from here, let's separate here for a minute. So this comes into play when you're doing your 12 basic strikes, okay? A lot of beginners have that idea is that when they strike here, they kind of get that waggle and they what we call break the wrist with the stick. So we kind of get that sweeping motion to in here. But when you watch, when we strike here, I want to pull this stick back to that position. And this is kind of the combat application for this, is that when I go here, again, he moves, he's more experienced, boom, there's the strike. He blocks that, okay? So from here, I'm going to pull that back to that position, here. Now, when he blocks with this empty hand like this, there's no real restriction on my end. So when I sweep over, it's clear. He's not grabbing my wrist. But if I go here and he grabs my wrist, maybe he's, that was his reaction. Now it's a little bit more difficult, but by doing this, I'm still shedding that grip and going for my next level, which is a 1 movement with the strike. Okay, so let's take it back to the beginning. So the second tier to this is I block here, here. I'm going to switch my guards, like we say in Balintawak, to that number 2 position, and without him blocking, I get my strike. Okay, so 1 counter and counter. The third tier to this is that as I'm in here, slap down, he blocks, I roll over, he blocks again, I shed, now nothing, punch, bring it back quick. Okay, so center stick, slap down, block, here, block again, move, punch, here, this way. Okay, so I'm learning to do this all while controlling his weapon. I'm constantly clearing that position and clearing his grips. The 4th tier to this is, so we don't keep going back and forth, which you can, okay, is that this person grabs you on the last movement and he doesn't let go. He's got a really secure, dominant grip. So you strike, here, slap down, 1, 2. Now, I can't shed it, okay? So from here, now I let go of the stick hand, push, into position, and I strike through with my counter strike. Okay, so now we can practice all 4 tiers in motion, right? So 1, this way, so play a little bit, 1, here, this way, here. Now he's here, this way. I practice no resistance. Now I'm going to say block it, right? So here, this way, a little bit of grouping, this way, low, 1, 2, 3, this way. Now block it, boom, this way. So there's my practice, okay? Now we can do the same thing. We won't do it with play right now, but here, block, block, this way, right? Bang, and I'm in here. Okay, so now I'm in here, 1, block, grab, here. There's my strike. Okay, so that's all from the 2 angles, so we're looking at that. We can do the exact same thing, and we'll just walk through it real quickly. We can do the exact same thing off the 1 side as well. It gives me a 1 strike, here this way. Just like our semi-advanced technique, right? Lift up, strike underneath, no resistance. I get my strike. Here, 1, lift up, blocks here. Now, yes, before I get comments, I can do you conventional there. Everybody does it. Let's change it up a little bit. Let's go for that degree of variability that I always talk about with my students. Okay, so I'm in here. Now he's in here. not going to clear this side, this way. Clear the grip, punch, okay? Third variation, 1, you block again, 2, okay? Now, of course, you can grab, and we could just keep going and cycling through, right? But the fourth variation is he's gonna grab with that final grab that I didn't clear that I need to address, okay? So here, let's turn this a little bit. So here, 1, lift, blocks, switches, okay, blocks, come back over here. He gets that one final grab. I switch, can't get rid of it, okay? There's my push, and this way. And that push before we end is also something that you see from the 12 basic strikes, right? You get to this position to where you're doing 11 here, okay? Step up 12 this way, and I'm back into this position ready for my strike. Okay, if we're doing full power off a semi-advanced or whatever, 1, back in this position. So that's the idea from in here. So we roll over, he grabs my hand, we get into grab hold, gets into this position. I'm here from that ending position that we always do. That's why we emphasize that push, right? It's here, there's that in here, with my follow through on my strike there. Okay, so that's a quick training tip for those of you fellow Balintawak practitioners out there. And you guys have fun with it, train safe.